Okay, so this is a journey update for you guys. As I mentioned in the previous video, I had made $0. And let me tell you, I still have made $0. But recently, a friend reached out to me and he said that, you know what, he noticed my Instagram that I was doing this business, and he thought that I could create some content for you. And he actually thought maybe if I could learn from you. So I said yes, and he joined me, and he had some connections in the UAE, like some relatives, and they knew real estate agents. And my ideal clients are real estate agents. So we reached out to them for them to give us a referral, and they said yes. So basically, now we are in contact with a real estate broker, or I think he's an agent, and we're in contact with him. He wants us to work for him. Like basically, we're doing it for free, just so we can gain some experience. And yeah, it just feels so great, after almost 11 months of like working, I finally got something to work on, and it feels amazing, just absolutely amazing. So the client that I told you about, the free one, he actually hasn't been replying for like 1 or 2 days. He replied yesterday, and he said what we need to do after I make the account on the platform, email marketing platform. And I told him the next steps, and he hasn't replied yet. There's this habit in me that I want everything to get done quickly when it has to be done. So yeah, working with that, trying to make myself patient. And the other thing is that I have been starting to do cold calls recently, and I get pretty nervous on them. Two people have picked up my call up to now, and one of them was like, "No, I'm good." The next one was like, "Yeah," he said, and I actually I forgot to introduce myself on the next call, and I was like, "Hey, I just wanted to say thanks for following me on Instagram," and he was like, "Oh, you're welcome." And then I said, "I wanted to find out if you followed me for the content or if you're looking to improve your lead conversions and stuff." And he was like, "Nah, I don't recall that, but yeah, I want to." And then he said he'll get back to me. And the next day he called me again, and he asked me what I was calling regarding to, and I was like, "Yeah, I was stuttering a lot," and he said, "No, I'm good." Yeah, so working on that part, trying to be more fluent, trying to be more smooth on the cold calls. Yeah, been outreaching for a lot of time on DMs and stuff, getting pretty good at it actually recently. And this morning I decided to work in the mornings. Normally I work in afternoons, but this morning I decided to start working in like 6:30. I woke up at 6:30 a.m. and it was great. Actually, what I noticed is that the influencers who are like the top influencers, they always post videos like, "Oh, my morning routine. I wake up at 5 a.m. and I do a cold shower, and then I do this and then I do that." There are like tens of different steps in their morning routine. And but what I noticed is that when I tried to do that, it actually led to failure because I couldn't keep up with that. But then I realized that those people were in their level 10. Well, I was just starting. So, and if you go back in time and see what they were doing when they were starting, it would be just like, yeah, they wake up and they start to work. So that is why I started to work in the morning. I woke up today at 6:30, as I mentioned, and I started working already. I did about 20 outreaches, tried to do one or two sales calls, but none of them got picked up, and then I had to go to school. Now it's about 12:30 p.m. I'm working right now, as you can see, working on some content, and my last reel on Instagram actually got more than 500 views, which is like 107% more than my recent reel. So yeah, getting better with that, and actually going to shoot another reel today. So yeah, I hope it goes well. Okay, and one more thing that I noticed is that when I'm starting out on my agency, I didn't know how to outreach, what platforms to use to outreach to leads. And I got stuck in this place where I was sending 20 emails per day and 20 Instagram DMs and 20 LinkedIn messages. And after some time, I realized that I was not getting better at anything. I was not getting any replies and stuff. And the reason for that is because I was diversifying my focus. And what I need to do, especially when I'm starting out, is to focus on one thing and make it the best. And here is how I do it. So first of all, there's like I go to some leads and I come here like this is a story. So here I would like send a reply to it. Like oh, and then if they reply, a day later I'll send them a DM of like, hey, you don't know me, hey, I hope you're doing great, you don't know me, but my name is Omar, and I wanted to let you know that I help real estate agents with lead nurturing and conversions and client retention with email marketing. So let me know if you're looking for that. And so far I've booked one sales call with it, and actually the client, she agreed to work. She agreed for me to work with her, but then she was like, no, she has some other stuff, and she just didn't want to work me to work on that. So yeah, she canceled it, and this method has been going great for me. Right now I'm getting a lot of replies, but the main problem is that I'm not consistent. I do like some of these things for 2 to 3 days, and then I lose, and then just because I'm not booking sales calls, I just stop doing it because I think that it's not good. But now I've realized that if I do it every day, eventually it will be good. Eventually I will start to see results. And that is what I learned from Atomic Habits, the book by James Clear. It has been an awesome book. And I'm thinking about making a video on the books that I'm reading. So yeah, I will inform you on that. Okay, so I was shooting my second reel for Instagram. I'm actually doing a Instagram series of reels. Like the first one was about why you need to build up an email list. It went great. Actually, it got about 107% more reach than my past ones. But right now, as I was shooting this second one, the I had this lamp here for my lighting, this one, and it actually just got like it just closed, and it's not working. As you can see, I tried to bring this wire and this and everything, but it's not working anymore. And the lighting, even as you can see right now, it's not good. And my past reel was shot in daylight, but I had some stuff to do in daylight today, so yeah. So I'm thinking maybe I have to shoot it tomorrow, because in daylight for better lighting and quality. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for today. It's about 8:45 p.m. I don't have any more work to do. And one thing I want to talk about is that on this channel, on this video actually, I have been sharing my wins, like as I got my first free client, and my reel went great and all of that. But one thing that I haven't been talking about are my fails. And let me tell you, if you knew the amount of fails that I have went through, the amount of time I have failed, you'd be amazed. I've been trying from a year, almost a year now, and don't have any clients. Yeah, so failure is a big part. It was actually something I was really scared of when I was starting, because I didn't want to fail. But now I'm like, used to it, and it's disappointing, but it actually shows me what I'm missing. Day by day, I failed again and again and again. And yeah, I'm learning. It's going great. The amount of lessons that I've learned from failures are amazing. And I hope that I can learn more from my failures. I'm always like, at first when I failed, like, I thought that, you know what, I would just outreach to a few prospects and they would be like, yeah, we want your services, but that was not the case, which was a fail for me. So I failed in that, and that was hard hitting. I almost quit. But after some time, I realized day by day that, you know what, this is part of it. This is a part of success that I have to go through. God is testing my patience. So if you're starting out right now and you're scared of failures, I have to tell you, they are an undeniable part of it. You have to go through them. As you know, even my family was at point. I could see that they were disappointed in me, and it just hits hard, you know. But I have to say, you don't have to give up. You shouldn't give up. I'm never giving up. And hopefully one day I'll be... Actually, there was a quote that I read which said that when I am disappointed, when things are going slow, I go out to look at the hammer hitting man, like the one who breaks stones with his hammer, and I look at him and he's hitting it again and again and again with hundreds of blows to the stone and barely makes a crack. But on the 101st blow to the stone, he actually breaks it in half. And I know that it wasn't the 101st one which did it. So that is it. I need to keep consistent. I'll never give up. And yeah, I'll just be... And on this channel, I'm not posting about my wins, because I've seen people do this. They would be like, they wake up, set up a camera, and then go back to sleep in the bed. And they're like, oh, I woke up at 5 a.m. Now I'm going to do this. Now I'm going to do cold shower. But in reality, that is like super hard to do. And yeah, you just have to keep through it. You just have to go through. There's no way of going around it. So the hard part is a part of it. And hopefully one day I'll be looking at this and I will know that it was not that one big change which did it, but it was actually all of these failures and all of these small wins stacking up to make that one big change. So that's what I want you to remember. And that is what I will remember for all of my life. And one thing I heard from Iman Gaji, this too shall pass.